See some more questions, are there, children? Of the same poem, Keeping Quiet. Question number 21. What is the sadness in the poem that the poet speaks about? A. Violence because of unthoughtfulness of action or unthoughtfulness of the people. Unnecessary movements, speaking loud, fighting. Of course, A. Sadness is created due to this reason that we are having violence because we are having unthoughtfulness about each other. So, option A. Now, 22, question number 22. What does the earth symbolize? Preservance, a new beginning from seeming stillness. Stillness, greenery, prosperity. Simple A. Preservance, a new beginning from seeming stillness. Now, this was 22, and now question number 23. What is always alive even when everything seems to be dead or still? Mountains, rivers, sun, earth, and nature are always alive. Of course, D. 24. Why does the poet request people to keep quiet, to maintain silence, to avoid noise, to be friendly, in the hope of becoming more thoughtful and peaceful? D. We had done this very well, that it is option D. Question number 25. What does the poet want people to do for 1 second? To sing, to close eyes, to stand quietly, to be silent and motionless. D. To be silent and motionless so that we can think. Question number 26. What how can the moment of no activity help people? They'll be healthy, they'll be happy. Oh, see this. They will work easily to relax and more thoughtful. You know, children, this kind of thing, this practice of being silent and being thoughtful, it can improve our focus, concentration also. It is required to everybody, especially the students. Now see question number 27. What will happen if there are no engines and no crowd? Noise will be lessened, no crowd on roads, no traffic rush. It'll create a perfect happy moment. It will create a perfect and happy moment. Option D. Why? Because the people will begin to think about peace also, to have a relaxed life. Why do we rush? We rush here and there, we earn more and more, we want to make career to get happiness. So happiness is in peace, in happy living. Option D is correct here. Question number 27. Now 28. Why is the moment of silence called exotic? Isn't the moment of silence? Nobody is talking. Why it is called exotic? Because of the beautiful scenery around, because of gathering, because of large gathering, because of perfect peace and harmony. Of course, perfect peace and harmony. Question number 29. What would everyone feel at the exotic moment? Earlier it had been asked what will be there in exotic, and here exotic moment. What would everyone feel? Happy, content, dancing, strange, blissful oneness. Of course, we will be strange. We are stranger. We will be away from each other, but it will be a blissful oneness among us all. Question number 30. How long is the poet expecting everyone to stay still? A. For 10 minutes, for 12 minutes, for 15 minutes, for 1 second till we count 12. Of course. But you know, children, this counting up to 12 means, as we talked in another question, that it is about 12 hours and 12 months. The idea is sown by the poet in our head. Question number 31. Why is poet asking everyone not to speak any language? To avoid noise, A. B. To avoid loud voices, C. To avoid people, D. To avoid conflicts and misunderstanding. Of course, if we are avoiding any language, there'll be no conflict, no misunderstanding. So option D is correct. Now question number 32. What is the poet is expecting from fishermen? To find more fish, to go deeper into the sea, to think and stop harming the fish, or none? C. To think and stop harming the fish. Right? Now question number 33. While gathering salt, what will happen to the man if he keeps silent for a moment? A. He will stop dropping it. He will look at the ground. He will walk carefully. He'll think of the harm the salt is doing to his hands. Of course, the harm is done to his hands must also be noticed because physical fitness is very important. Now, 34. What does hurt hand refer to? A. Growing needs of the man. B. Growing greed of man. C. Unfulfilled desires. D. Growing insensitivity of man to pain. Of course, B. Growing insensitivity of man to pain. Whatever pain we are having, whatever trouble is there, we are continuously working and working and working, sometimes round the clock. But physique is having a limit. We must be careful about our health. The message given by the poet is that everybody, even the manual labor workers, must take care of their health and physique. Question number 35. How will silence benefit the man and nature? A. Both will be friends. Man will know nature better. Man will be healthy. Man will stop hurting nature and both will heal themselves. D. Man will stop hurting nature and both will heal themselves. Means we'll be having time to take care of our health and nature would be having time to rejuvenate. Right? As we have taken the example of earth given by the poet and we understood that. 36. Question number 36. Which images in the poem show that the poet condemns or hates violence? Fishermen not harming whales, wars leaving behind no survivors to celebrate, poet's refusal to deal with death, and all of these he's denying. Not to harm any animal, no survivor would be left after terrible wars, and he of course refused to death. So now we come to 37, question number 37. What symbol from nature does poet uses to prove that keeping quiet is not total inactivity? Very obvious, everybody knows that the answer is C. Sun, soil, earth, nature and earth. Of course, earth is there. Okay. Keeping quiet and not total inactivity. Symbol has been picked by him. Though nature is also there, but here mainly earth. Because he is asking simple that proves keeping quiet. Earth becomes quiet and after proven to come back towards life. What are the different kinds of wars mentioned in the poem? War against humanity, war against nature, war with gas and fire, all these. Yes, all these have been talked by the poet. Against humanity, against nature, and all these also there. Okay, question number 38 we had already done. 39 now. What can human beings learn from nature? A. Beauty. B. Keeping quiet. C. To be happy. D. Working with silence. What can human being learn from nature? What is that? We can learn working with silence. Though there may be, if the option was that all of these are true. But we'll have to see what he said. He said, we must keep on working with silence. It means without any harm. No differences if the language is not used. Means, such kind of questions are there where you'll have to use your logic. So logic says beauty is also there, keeping quiet is also there, will be happy, to be happy, it is also there. But the option for all is not there. So working with silence must be there. Question number 40. How does poet perceive life? As stillness, as silence, a noisy place, a continuous evolution of nature? How does the poet perceive life? Continuous evolution of nature. We'll have to. We must go with nature. We must evaluate. So these are the questions of keeping quiet. I hope you understood well.